Regenx Generator Innovation for Electric Vehicles and Electric Power Generation. New physics for a new era of electric mobility and clean power generation. Part 1, Electric Vehicle Regenerative Acceleration Innovation. Introduction. What is electric vehicle regenerative acceleration? Electric vehicle regenerative acceleration is a new U.S. patented innovation that allows electric vehicles to recharge themselves as they drive. The innovation accelerates the EV while recharging the vehicle's batteries and is the exact opposite of regenerative braking. How does it do that? Electric vehicle regenerative acceleration introduces a load current delay into generator coil operation, which reverses the electric vehicle regenerative braking paradigm. How long has it been around? The original discovery was made in 2007, the backing theory was developed at the University of Ottawa from 2007-2010.5 and the innovation has been under development since then. 3 U.S. patents have been granted and 4 more are pending. Commercially manufactured EV regenerative acceleration coils now exist which can deliver in excess of 60 amps, 1000 watts, of recharge current with vehicle acceleration per coil. What does it mean for electric vehicles? Electric vehicles can now begin recharging themselves as they drive starting at 30 km/h. The more recharge current sent to the EV's batteries, the more the EV is accelerated, the more the EV's range is increased and the less plug-in recharging is required. History of electric vehicle regenerative acceleration. Shortly after 9/11, Potential Difference decided to investigate if generator armature reaction, motor action in a generator, could be reduced by 10% in order to make electricity generation slightly more efficient. Generator armature reaction/motor action in a generator is a counter-electromagnetic torque which is created inside all electric generators when a load current flows in the generator coil. It is referred to colloquially as EV regenerative braking. Motor action in a generator. The prime mover is rotating the generator in a clockwise direction, and the fields set up by the induced currents in the armature windings attempt to drive the generator as a motor in a counterclockwise direction. This tendency to oppose the prime mover is called motor action in a generator. The higher the current in the armature windings, the stronger the motor action. What is EV regenerative braking? EV regenerative braking is caused by motor action in a generator and is explained in a law of physics called Lenz's law, which is Newton's third law for electric generators, which states that, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. The conventional generator's load current induces a magnetic field, B induced, which produces a counter torque on the generator's rotor which works against the inertia of the EV and reduces its kinetic energy, decelerating the EV, while recharging the EV's batteries. Lenz's law. When an EMF is generated by a change in magnetic flux according to Faraday's law, the polarity of the induced EMF is such that it produces a current whose magnetic field opposes the change which produces it. The induced magnetic field inside any loop of wire always acts to keep the magnetic flux in the loop constant. In the example below, if the B field is increasing, the induced field acts in opposition to it. If it is decreasing, the induced field acts in the direction of the applied field to try to keep it constant. The approaching or receding magnet is always opposed by the induced magnetic field, B field, produced by the current direction in the generator coil. If a north pole magnet approaches the coil's B field is also a north pole which resists the magnet's approach. When the north pole magnet moves away, the current direction in the coil changes direction and the induced B field is a south pole which resists the magnet's departure. What is generator armature reaction/motor action in a generator? EV regenerative braking, demonstration video, https://youtube/j1tzdsZTXQ0. The original idea was to physically divert the resistive induced magnetic, B field, out of the air gap from between the generator coil and the approaching magnetic field in order to reduce the effects associated with Lenz's law, aka Newton's third law for generators. In 2007 it was discovered that generator armature reaction, parasitic, motor action in a generator could actually be reversed by introducing a load current delay into the generator coil's performance. If the load current induced in the generator coil could be delayed sufficiently in the time domain, it would also delay the production of the induced B field and in fact, reverse its effects. The normal resistive effects could be reversed in order to produce assistive rather than resistive motor action in a generator. Electric vehicles could now be accelerated rather than decelerated while recharging their batteries. Conventional generator coils resistive induced B field, Regan X generator coils assistive induced B field. Reversing generator armature reaction / motor action in a generator, EV regenerative braking, with a load current delay demonstration video, https://youtube/pio8futdx68. A load current delay of 45 degrees is sufficient to reverse generator armature reaction, but a 90-degree delay can also be produced. The innovation was called Regenx, which is short for Regan Extra. The backing theory for the Regenx generator coil was developed and performance validated countless times in the Power Lab at the University of Ottawa from 2007 to 2010.5, right after being initially validated at MIT. Deliberately misleading, unfounded and false media and internet claims that the innovation was a perpetual motion machine have never been substantiated. The greater the magnitude of load current in a Regenx electric generator, the greater the magnitude of the complementary electromagnetic torque that is produced. In an electric vehicle, this means, the more recharge current delivered to an EV's batteries in regenerative acceleration mode, the faster the EV is accelerated and the less plug-in recharging is required. The initial Regenx generator patent was issued in the USA in 2018. The Regan X motor patent was granted in 2019. Generator and improved coil therefore having electrodynamic properties. US 201401110548 United States https://patents google.com/patent/US 201401110548 The problem with early Regenx generator coils were that they could not produce any suitable electric output power. Ongoing R&D efforts continued for the next 11 years, and in 2018 commercially manufactured Regenx generator coils were produced which could successfully deliver in excess of 60 amps, more than 1000 watts, of EV battery recharging per coil with EV acceleration. Birth of electric vehicle regenerative acceleration. When current flows through a Regenx coil, the delayed load current produces beneficial motor action in the generator or a complementary electromagnetic torque which works in concert with the inertia of the EV and increases the kinetic energy of the EV, accelerates it, while recharging the EV's batteries. Electric vehicle regenerative acceleration integration demonstration video, https://youtube/3ryoxabx. Current opportunity for EV automakers. EV automakers can now produce EV traction motors which produce virtually any magnitude of battery recharge current magnitude as required to increase EV driving range while simultaneously reducing the EV's plug-in recharge requirements. A 100-coil Regenx EV traction motor could produce 6,000 amps of battery recharging, 96,000 watts, with vehicle acceleration beginning at just 30 km/h in regenerative acceleration mode while continuing throughout, including 96,000 watts with vehicle deceleration below 30 km/h in regenerative braking mode. Allowing electric vehicles to outperform fossil fuel-powered vehicles in every way. The electric vehicle regenerative acceleration innovation provides increased EV driving range, reduced plug-in recharge requirements and lower EV costs due to less onboard battery requirements, and will result in much-needed accelerated global adoption of electric vehicles. Part 2: Regenx generator innovation for electric power generation. What is the Regenx generator's benefit in electric power generation? Generator armature reaction / motor action in a generator accounts for 80% of the input energy cost in electric power generation. Because the Regenx generator reverses parasitic motor action and produces assistive motor action in a generator, it reduces the mechanical input cost of generating electricity by over 80%. The input energy cost of generating 1 watt of electricity is reduced by more than 80%. Regenx motor action in a generator. The prime mover is rotating the Regenx generator in a clockwise direction, and the fields set up by the induced currents in the armature windings attempt to drive the generator as a motor also in a clockwise direction. This tendency to assist the prime mover is called Regenx motor action in a generator. The higher the current in the armature windings, the stronger the motor action and the less mechanical input power is required to be supplied by the prime mover. Regenx motor action in a generator. New physics for a new era of electric mobility and clean power generation. Physics comparison between conventional generator coil and Regenx generator coil. Lenz's law for conventional generator coils. The approaching or receding magnet is always opposed by the induced magnetic field, B field, produced by the current direction in the generator coil. If a north pole magnet approaches the coil's B field is also a north pole, which resists the magnet's approach. When the north pole magnet moves away, the direction in the coil changes direction and the induced B field is a south pole which resists the magnet's departure. Heinz law for Regenx generators with a load current delay. The Regenx generator coil's load current delay delays the current flow in the coil by 45-90 degrees such that the coil's induced magnetic field, B field, assists the magnet's approach and assists its departure away from the coil. If a north pole magnet approaches the Regenx coil, the delayed B field is a south pole, which accelerates the magnet's approach. When the north pole magnet moves away from the coil, the delayed current direction in the coil produces a north pole induced B field, which accelerates the magnet's departure away from the coil. What is the Regenx generator's benefit to our environment? Because the Regenx generator reverses parasitic motor action in a generator, it reduces the energy input requirements in electricity generation by over 80%. As a result, it also reduces the pollution produced by over 80% as well. An electricity generating facility employing Regenx generators will produce less greenhouse gas emissions than conventional generators do at no load at idle. Over 80% less CO2 emissions, over 80% less nuclear waste produced and over 80% less fossil fuels or nuclear energy consumed for every single watt of electricity generated. What is the Regenx generator's benefit to clean technologies? In order to supply increasing energy demands for clean energy, wind turbines are becoming increasing larger and more expensive. 80% of a wind turbine size is required to overcome generator armature reaction/parasitic motor action in a generator. Equivalent sized 50 MW Regenx wind turbine when generator armature reaction is removed from the electric power generation equation. A 50 MW Regenx generator equipped wind turbine can be 80% smaller and require 80% less wind to produce the same amount of generated output electricity to the grid. A single Regenx equipped wind turbine can deliver more electric power to the grid than 5 similarly equipped conventional generator wind turbines. Part 3 Regenx generator and Regenx motor manufacturing tech transfer. Sidestepping new innovation. Tech transfer and manufacturing issues. New innovations can often pose manufacturing problems with regards to new tooling, size, scaling and design requirements which add cost and complexity to the technology transfer. Potential difference has been working with the same coil and rotor supplier for 10 years. Manufacturers simply have to order the permanent magnet rotors and commercially wound Regenx generator coils directly from our suppliers and integrate them into their own motor or generator housing. Very little time is required for engineers to become acquainted with the new design, and there is no new tooling requirements, and design requirements are limited to the housing size and shape. From initial technology introduction, any company can have working Regenx generators at their facility ready for pre-retail testing within 6 months. Established Regenx generator and Regenx motor component supply partners. Toroid Technologies, Toronto, Canada. http://toroidtech.com. Atlas Transformers, Toronto, Canada. http://atlastransformer.com. Electron Energy Corporation, Pennsylvania, USA. https://www.electronenergy.com/ Pending generator and motor manufacturing partners. Magna International, Toronto, Canada. https://www.magna.com/tm4, Montreal, Canada. https://www.tm4com/multimatic, Toronto, Canada. https://www.multimatic.com/. Issued U.S. patents. Generator and improved coil, therefore having electrodynamic properties. US 2014011105 4A1 patent status, issued https://patents.google.com/patent/us201401110548-1 abstract. The present invention relates to electrical generators and, in particular, to improvements to efficiency in electromechanical energy conversion in electrical generators and electric motors. Bitoroid topology transformer US 21040253271A1 https://patents.google.com/patent/us201402532718/en patent status, issued abstract. The present invention relates to electrical transformers and, in particular, to improvements to efficiency in energy conversion in electrical transformers. Business plan revenue generation potential differences business model revolves around licensing the Regenx generator and EV Regen X traction motor intellectual property to automakers and electric motor and generator manufacturers. Investment funds would be used to establish a global IP patent strategy and to secure the desired technology market routes. Potential difference will engage with automakers and power generation customers and will secure manufacturing with one of our pending manufacturing partners in collaboration with our established component suppliers. Thane C. Hines, President and CEO, Potential Plus/Minus Difference Incorporated. Email 1, thaneh@potentialdifference.ca. Cell, 613-898-1131 Potential Plus/Minus Difference Incorporated. Pioneering electric vehicle regenerative acceleration technology and charging ahead. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Steve Jobs. Innovation no longer remains a choice, but has become an imperative.